Looking bikes around.
I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 No filter, I got no filter.
Y'all want to ride some of the coolest bikes around? Just Us e-bikes. Check out these cool, fast beach cruisers. We've got many styles, colors, sizes, men's, women's, you name it, we got it. The best looking bikes around. Check us out, justusebikes.com.
Hey, welcome to Tuesday Night Hangouts. I'm one of your whatevers you want to call it, hosts, co-hosts, whatever. I'm with my wonderful wife, Miss Cupcake Krista, and we have, you guys are not in order. We have Nick J. What's up, Nick J?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Well, I just watched a really cool ad about riding some of the coolest bikes around. And then we got old Will Fly. What's up, Will Fly?
What up from the 8th annual Moonshiners Flying. Check it out. It's happening. Where are you, Nick?
I'm working on it.
So, Will, my next question was going to be, so where you at, Will? Never mind.
He's way ahead of you.
I know. And then we have a special guest tonight. With this special guest, it's Ashton, right? David Ashton?
Yeah, Ashton.
Okay. So for everyone watching, there's going to be some gory, bloody pictures tonight. So if you don't want to see that, go ahead and go watch one of Nick J's cool videos. Will used to do videos. You can watch some of Will's old videos, I guess.
Yeah. Today.
Anyways, the pictures are going to be pretty unfiltered and graphic. So we're gonna go ahead and talk to Dave and find out exactly what the heck happened and see what we all can learn from this. So Dave, how you doing tonight?
Doing great. It's not too bad outside, not too hot, a little bit of shade.
And how is your recovery coming along?
It wasn't bad at all. I mean, recovery is good right now. I'm back at work. Been back at work for about 2 weeks now. Labor job. So, I mean, it's not really too strenuous on my head. I just got to make sure I don't bump onto things. So it's been pretty good.
So did they give you staples or stitches?
They did stitches, just about 100. So I'd torn up whatever membrane was on the inside that controlled my face muscles. So they had to stitch that up, and then they had to stitch the outside up.
Wow.
Ah, man, dude.
That's it. You're here to tell it, though.
Yeah, and
that's right.
And like I told you in the messages, I asked you if you wanted to come on. You're like, yeah, I'll come on next week. And I was like, no, let's go ahead and wait for you to heal up first. I didn't want you to be uncomfortable, and I wanted you to have time to recover and make sure that you were comfortable with coming on. Man, so tell me, how did this all come about? What got you to decide to ground start your paramotor?
Well, it wasn't starting, so I was, looking at things, spark plug, fuel lines, all that, trying to work on it. And I had it in the back of my mind. About a week prior, I was actually talking with my brother, and we were talking about, how ground starting is a horrible idea. You should never do it. And we were looking at all the injuries that have happened and all that. Like, yeah, it's a terrible idea. Don't do that. And I don't know what had just gone through my mind to try and get it. Maybe I figured I'd get a better torque grip or something off of my back or on the ground or something. So I gave it a whirl on the ground, not really expecting it to start up because it hadn't been starting for the previous week. And sure enough, it had fired up, but it fired up to full throttle, and the rest is history.
So
Yep.
So
Enjoy.
when
Yeah.
so on the initial startup, you're standing in front of the paramotor, and any warning that it when it hit full throttle, was there any way of stopping it? Did you try anything other than trying to get out of the way?
Well, first I tried to hold it back, which probably wouldn't work out. It puts off more thrust than I weigh. Just kind of knocked me over. At that point, I didn't kind of have a fighting chance. So I was on the ground at that point, and it was on top of me, just kind of going at it till the prop hit the ground and it stopped.
So when it knocked you over, were you on your belly at that time?
I'm not really entirely sure. I think I was probably on my back at that point. That part's
Okay.
a little bit fuzzy, but I went from impact to standing up pretty quick. That in between isn't really too memorable.
I think when you see the photos or whatever, I think you must have landed on your side.
Yeah, because it's primarily the big hit was up
Right.
here, and it took the rest like a book.
Here to the left of us. Most likely.
You didn't get knocked unconscious or anything like that, did you?
No, I stayed totally awake, not in shock or anything. I was able to answer all the questions, stay talking. I was more trying to calm my mom down at the time. She was in hysterics, but
You did this in front of your mom?
she was inside, but I ran inside pretty quick to say, hey, we got to go. Something's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to go.
Yeah.
Spare a little back teen on that puppy.
Yeah.
So, you guys have any questions? I got a couple real quick, but you guys have any curiosity questions or?
Yeah, I've got. First of all, I want to say thank you. You said it at the pre-show, David, but really, I appreciate you coming on the show and sharing this experience. And I have ground started a total of 3 times, and 2 out of the 3 times, it almost got away from me. And what it was is, I was like what you said. I wasn't expecting it to start, and it started.
Right.
And it's just a lot happens in that short period of time. The difference is I got away with it and you didn't. And I shouldn't have gotten away with it. You know what I'm saying? So
depending on how you look at it, I kind of did get away with it too. I had only sustained some injuries to the head, but I mean, that's kind of major enough. But fortunately, it didn't take me out or anything like that.
Yeah, that's very true. So I really appreciate you sharing your story. And I don't ground start anymore. Oh, that's what I was going to say. It was the same situation. I had the motor on my back, and I'm cranking and cranking and cranking. It just won't start. And it's like 990 degrees outside, sweat's pouring down me. I'm just like, I'm over it. So I took it off my back each time. That's to start it, to ground start it. So, man, it just got to fight that temptation. I gave into it, and I shouldn't have. So thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to be here.
Nick, you got any questions?
Man, I'm just happy you didn't get hurt worse than you did. I see people do it all the time. Every flying we go to, there's somebody turning, laying on the ground starting. I'm like, dude, that is such a bad idea. But when I seen that video, I was like, holy cow.
Yeah,
you're doing all right.
I appreciate it, man.
When I rebuilt my motor, it wouldn't start after I rebuilt it. It changed the piston and everything. And after pulling on it, I was just like, man, what's the chance? And I was just like, nope. I went back inside. I left it outside and went back in and got a drink and cooled off. Then went back out and put it back on my back, and it started, but it wasn't full throttle or anything. But you never know. David, did you check your throttle to make sure it was letting go and working before you did that?
I did. Yeah, I checked the lever there, make sure the throttle was going back and forth on the carb, and looked at the carb, strung it with my finger, and just made sure it was seated back before I did it. So I'm not entirely sure what the problem was, but
yeah,
on the DP asked if my throttle stuck when it almost got away from me. I don't know. I think that question was for me, but it did not stick. But when your motor starts and you're not expecting it, you got all that force that you're holding back. And if the throttle is somehow in the wrong hand, man, you're squeezing it, you know, and that's just how it happens. You
And
know,
that
even when you're holding it with the one arm and you're like ready for it, it's such a surprise that any little bit of torque one way or the other, you're screwed.
and that's what I was
Right.
thinking is maybe he had the throttle squeezed, and then when it started, you kind of like in a knee jerk reaction squeezed it even more or something. I don't know.
And he doesn't remember. So it's
And
all
yeah, you don't. It man, that's just gotta. God, man, dude, I'm so sorry, David. I think about that, it just gives me the chills. I'm like, holy
It's
crap.
okay.
I have
Oh,
seen some very experienced paramotor pilots ground start. I've also seen it almost get away
Mm.
from them. So
Of
it's
course.
really not an experience issue. It's kind of a what not to do.
yeah,
Learn your lesson type of
Absolutely.
issue.
yeah. I don't. Man, I just. All right, so Will, we're gonna go ahead and show the first photo. If you do not want to see these photos, please go ahead and turn off your switch. Go somewhere. I don't know. Don't watch this part because it's bad. So viewers, be advised.
Yeah.
And then Dave, you can describe what's going on in the photo when
Yeah, no problem.
when the
Okay,
photo pops
so
up.
yeah, give me a second here. Thought I had that one. There it is.
Bill H said he's closing his eyes.
Yeah, good for you. And I want you to know, I still haven't seen the video, so I'll be seeing that with you all. But John Wayne is in the house. Welcome back, John Wayne, and thanks
Yes,
for the
sir.
update, Paige. All right, so yep, I got it.
All right.
Graphic. This is not a joke. This is a graphic. I don't know how to tell you.
Yeah, it is. Man,
When
this is
Will was in the pre-show, and we were talking. I said, "Will, I sent you some video or a picture," and then Will was not too happy with me when he opened it. He was like, "Oh,
well,
I can't unsee that."
Yeah, he's like, thank God I seen it now.
Okay, are you ready?
Here we go. Close your eyes, Bill H. Oh, I added it to the stage.
Ow.
Oh,
So that's the aftermath right there. That's after the surgery and everything. So what they had done is they had stretched all the skin that was left there, and they gave me a nice little facelift. So
I was just going to say that.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty, right? So they stretched as much as they could, bound up the inside, bound up the outside, in that spot in the middle right there. There's no scalp left, no skin. It's just kind of open head. They couldn't make enough skin stretch that far, so that just kind of stayed open. So that's in the process of healing right now. There might be a second surgery later down the road, but I'd rather look more messed up than just a little messed up. So
yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, if you're going to do it all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't want someone to look at me and say, "Oh, that guy's a little bit off."
The facelift. I love the way you're approaching this. Yeah, it's a sense of humor, and humor can get you over a lot of things.
That's
So
true.
how did they keep the infection down?
Oh.
I'm sorry.
How did they keep the infection down? I mean,
Just hydrogen peroxide. We kept it wrapped and stayed pretty good.
right on, man.
So, how long were you in surgery for that?
So the surgery was about 4.5 hours. Initially, they were going to do a skin graft to fix it, but they had decided in the middle of the surgery, hey, probably not a good idea. That's going to leave your head concave. So they switched over to the whole stretching the skin idea. So 4.5 hours there, I was in the hospital probably a total of 3 days. Came back home, stayed for a week. Then I went out to Missouri to my sister's wedding, made for some pretty good wedding photos, and went back to work. I got back.
So, how much younger do you look in the face now?
A couple less wrinkles. They told me they got my eyebrows in the right spot, so I'm happy with that.
you
So you
don't look shocked.
Right? Or just like a little bit suspicious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh man. Yeah, dude, that just 100 stitches.
Yep.
Golly. So when it it took the chunk out, but it also probably like peeled the prop, kind of peeled some of the skin back too.
Yeah, so it blew the chunk off in ribbons, and then it peeled the side down, and then the top up like that.
So what do you mean it tore it off in ribbons?
So, the propeller's spinning really fast. It had hit several times before the prop had broke. So it just took off chunk after chunk after chunk until it. Yeah. So they'd actually found one of the scalp ribbons down the street, almost a block over on someone's second floor balcony.
Oh.
That far.
Dang, man.
Krista, your hair will cover that. We'll get you a facelift.
No, thanks. I'm good.
Good idea.
Facelift for that little problem.
All right, Will, what's the next photo you got?
Okay, well, that is the next photo I have is the
video.
The video, yeah. So let me stop that.
Yeah, I do not have the chat up right now because I enlarged the screen so I can see. Oh,
yeah, I haven't been monitoring the chat either. So hello to everybody. You guys rock.
Since that photo went up, I quit looking at the chat. I got the big screen up. So
okay, so the next one is going to be not that. That's the one. Oh, that's the one of you and
be the one other person to pull out.
That's the one you and Gorilla dancing.
Not that one.
You remember that?
No one should have to see that again.
I don't know why it's still on my desktop.
Golly.
Well, he saved part of his.
Yeah, you put your scalp in a Ziploc bag, correct?
Yes, that actually appeared on my car the next day. So somebody had picked that up from the yard or dry road, wherever. So it's in the freezer right now. We plan on drying that out with salt, putting it in the bag somewhere.
Okay. Yeah.
Just like DP and his leg. DP did his own taxidermy on that leg.
A little shrine.
He's got it on a lamp shade now.
Stretch it over a bottle opener.
Yeah.
What happened, Will?
I'm sorry, man. Feeling the pressure here. I'm getting it though. I'm getting.
Oh, so while we're waiting on that, let me go through the chat and see if there's any questions in here, because like I said, I quit. I'll go up to here. Let me see. What Bill H wanted to know if there was a lot of blood. It's a head wound. I can only assume it was a lot of blood.
It was indeed a lot of blood. It sprayed out of the head, got all over my clothes. When I ran inside, it sprayed on the door, all over the ground. So, it was a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Dang. DP asked if the throttle's stuck, and we talked about that. Let's see. I even see the guys on trikes, like when they start their motors up and then they like rev them up. That still gives me like the heebie-jeebies, if you will.
Right.
Okay, I found it. I got it.
Nice.
There you go. So share.
Tony wanted to know what kind of throttle you have, Dave.
I'm not entirely sure exactly what type. It's a Polini something.
It's just the standard Polini, just real simple.
Yeah,
that's what I use. All right, so can you see that? Oh, you have to activate it.
I added it. Sorry.
Okay. See, it's been up there for like 15 minutes, man.
No, the heck it has.
All right, are you ready? Seriously, turn your eyes if you don't want to see this, because I got a glimpse. You ready?
Yep.
There you go. Dang, man.
That's a lot.
Dang.
Dave, I didn't actually see this video. And that nurse, man, I would be up chucking all down the side of your neck right now.
Oh.
Look how cool and calm you look. You're just like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it once I had survived at that point, it was no big deal to me. I figured they'd fix me up. I'd got in there initially, and the first doctor that come in, he was a resident or something, and he had no idea what to do. He was looking at it, he's swearing up and down. He said, Jesus Christ, there's nothing to work with.
Yeah. There's nothing there.
So that's the nurse right there, like
Yeah,
trying to
that's
clean the
right
wound,
there.
or
Yeah, she's assisting in the cleaning.
man,
So,
were you on high-powered medicine or what?
They didn't give me any pain meds probably until 3 hours in. Then they gave me a little Dilaudid, which that helped a little bit, but it didn't hurt too bad initially, or really ever. I assume the pain meds had helped to a point after. It only felt like I'd hit my head on the. So I'd put the pain level at a 3 or 4 through the whole time.
Wow.
Who's
I have-
filming?
yeah,
Tell me you're not holding the camera doing a selfie.
yeah. Who's doing that? Who's
There were
who's
some
running-
other people in the room.
Okay, some family members.
That'd be my.
Your mom?
Yep.
I was.
So I
I
did
was
take a
just
couple
gonna
selfies
ask-
in there. I did have my phone with me.
I was just going to ask you, where was your mom
See,
at
my-
this
my
point,
first-
and what did she act like, or how was she acting?
She had come into the hospital pretty upset naturally, but we were in the room. I was just kind of cracking jokes, lightening the mood a little bit, because at that point, kind of is what it is. I'm not dead or drinking through a straw, so just get me stitched back up and we'll be good.
They could have put a sight glass into your scalp there so we could see your brain. Like,
It could have been far from it.
no,
No.
dude, it's
There were probably, I think they had said 2 little layers of membrane left above the skull. Otherwise, like if it had hit at a different angle or just an inch off, it would have gone into the skull, into the brain. Would have been a totally different story.
yeah.
Well,
Oh,
are there
man.
any limiting factors? Anything you can't do now? Like you could still fly or run or.
I can't grow all my hair, but that's about it.
That's an easy thing to fix.
Yeah, that's no problem to me at all.
Yeah, DP just commented, "Lucky fella." Yeah, Dave, dude, that is harsh, bro. Oh, so
It's bad.
you guys have any other questions? I have 100. There's so many things I want to. It's an accident that. And by Dave, as I've made it very clear, at no point am I making fun of you at all. It's an accident we can all not have to go through. And this right here is a prime lesson. Everyone knows the saying, on your back or on a rack. And I'm telling you right now, I don't even like a rack. I see guys starting their paramotors on a rack and they're hitting full throttle. And I'm like, why? That rack breaks, you're done. The worst case scenario, if it's on your back and you lose your balance, you're going down, and then you just let it run out or hit the kill switch or whatever. But, I just had a couple of weeks ago, I had my throttle cable go into my prop, which snapped my throttle cable, and it left my motor running a little higher RPMs than idle. But, I've had a couple of dreams so far that has made me wonder, what if the thing would have pulled my throttle, left it at high? What the heck do you do? I mean, of course I'm going to the ground, but now you're stuck. I had full tank of fuel. I'm going to be there for at least 2.5 hours.
Absolutely.
You know what? You know what I would do? If ever, like if you were pinned to the ground and you were safe, I wouldn't do anything.
That's what I mean. That's what my thought process.
Keep things static as much as possible, because any movement you put in is subject to create. Might be a long wait though.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. And no one in their right mind would crawl and try to hit your pull your spark plug cable. Like, there's no way. That thing's running full speed.
I'd throw a rock in it if it was you. I wouldn't mind doing that.
Honestly.
Thank you, Will.
Hey, honestly, I mean, that's probably your best bet. Get the prop out of the way. Now you can get somebody to put their hand in there to lift up the cover off the spark plug.
The problem is you don't know where that prop's going to go once it breaks.
Mm.
Well, that's the other problem too. That's what I'm saying. I've had the thought process of what the heck do you do if that would have pulled my throttle cable to full throttle, and I'm telling you, I had 8.5 or 9 liters of fuel. I'm gonna be there for quite a while. There's gonna be plenty of people around to figure out. We're just gonna sit back and watch. Lawn chairs will be pulled out.
Video cameras rolling.
Hey, Joe, come watch this.
Yeah, like
it'd be like swarmed with.
What happens at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday?
Well, okay, so, but yeah, I would remain static, but I mean, I would push the, I mean, are you saying that your kill switch doesn't work either?
No, my kill switch, when my cable went through the prop, it killed everything. The kill switch wouldn't work. You can actually see in the video that I'm pushing the kill switch, like, why is this not working? And then I hit the throttle, like, hey, let go, because it was higher RPMs. And I'm like, this thing's dead. Like, it doesn't work. Like, it's done. And at that point, I had no idea what had happened. And then one of the guys from Aviators ran over and pulled my spark plug cover. And then I discovered everything was good after that. My prop didn't break. So, Dave, you did break your prop, correct?
Absolutely. I broke my prop. I did not find the rest of the prop. One full side had broken off, and that's just gone. It's missing. I can't find that anywhere, but I did have probably 3/4 of the other side remaining, and then a little bit of the tip had broken off that I had found.
Now, did you have any damage to your wing or anything? Oh, no, you were ground starting. I'm back to my running with the throttle. Never mind. So, was there any damage? Were there vehicles around, houses?
There were vehicles around, apartments around. No damage to any of those. So it just took me out and then struck the ground and killed the motor.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing about the kill switch I was thinking about is some guys have a way they've attached something to their their spark plug cap to where they could actually reach and pull it off if they had to. That would be
that's not a bad idea.
That's what Keith just said, that he does not recommend touching the spark plug while it's running. If you add 550 cord to it, paracord which is not a bad idea, and I do have plenty of paracord, so I think that will be a added safety net for me. But again,
Free Fly did that once.
But I wouldn't be able to grab it. Somebody else would have to do it because it's going to be.
It would be right here at your shoulder.
Oh, I'm thinking on my side here, but yes, I could put it up there. Ha, Krista, I'm being more safer.
Whatever you say.
Every time I take off, she's like,
"Work, you didn't hear it from me." I'm just saying.
Yeah, right.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Tony's got a question.
Well, say it.
What's the question?
Said, shouldn't the net stop his head from going through the netting? What kind of netting was on, or was the hoop on?
I'm not sure exactly what kind of netting it was. It's pretty tough netting, but with the amount of thrust it put out, it had just pushed my head through the net enough to push into the prop.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mine would be the same thing.
Yeah.
So I think what happens with the amount of thrust that's being forced, and then you're pushing on the net, it just gives it enough to where the net stretches.
And then the second the net hits, it's gone. And at that point, it doesn't matter.
Now, if the net wasn't there, it would have been a whole lot worse. I mean, the net did do its job.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Had a nice little ball cap on too.
Have you been back in the air?
I have not been back in the air. No, the paramotor is still broken, and I'm probably 2 hours from my closest free flight spot. So, not yet, but I plan soon.
I forgot to tell everybody, Dave's also a free flight or pilot. So, his motor not being in 100% working order is fine because he doesn't need it where he goes.
How long you been flying, man?
So I've been doing free flight for 4 years, started back in 2020. Picked up airplanes in 22, so I've been doing that for a little bit of time, and I only recently got into paramotors this year.
Did you go to school to learn to fly paramotors, or did you self-taught, or were you self-taught?
I had just gotten the paramotor. I hadn't had much experience with it at all, so it's more of a self-taught thing.
Okay, and I'm not judging you. I'm just asking as a curiosity question.
Problem.
Actually,
For free flight, I went through school.
Yeah, for our friend, he's a pilot, and he just bought gear. And
yeah, we have a friend that was already a pilot. Just bought some gear on Craigslist and learned how to fly himself by watching YouTube, and he's crashed a bunch of times.
Is this the same friend I'm thinking of?
it should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
See, I'd already disciplined down. I had figured it would be more of the motor element to add.
Right. Dave, you're in Illinois, right? Or no? What? Yeah.
I'm in Indiana right now. I spent
Indiana.
most of my time down in Tennessee, down in the Nashville area, out to Chattanooga,
Okay.
but currently
Love
Indiana.
Why did I think Illinois?
Love Tennessee. It's a great spot.
It begins with an I. You're close.
Yeah.
It starts with an I.
Yeah.
And it's up north, way further up north than I'll ever go to live.
To live, yes.
But I wouldn't mind going to learn. I really would like. I just saw Todd Podstaff's. They were free flight flying, and I kind of was like, I kind of want to do that. That looks fun.
Oh, it's a great time. The thermals are a whole nother thing. It's enjoyable to do powerless flight.
Yeah.
So what do you like better?
Oh gosh, paramotors have like a nice low flying carving aspect to it. Free flying, you don't have to deal with the sound, and you're kind of more in touch with the nature. It's a pretty even mix. I think I do enjoy the free flying a little bit more.
Okay. Have you had any bad experiences free flight?
Not bad experiences. I've had collapses and stuff like that, but all have been handled pretty well. I've never had to throw a reserve or any serious crashes. I've come probably in a little bit too low on a top landing before where I smacked the ground pretty hard, but no broken bones, no real injuries like that.
Okay. That's good. No end up in trees from coming up short.
Nope, there have been close times where I'm kicking the tree tops, but
Yeah.
Living La Vida Loca. Bill H says that he wants to free fly this year. I've never done that.
Me neither.
I want power,
Yeah.
But I guess if you're trained right, it's not that scary. To me, it would be scary, but if you're in training and
it's more so controlling the pitch oscillations and being a little bit more active on the controls in the spicy situations.
Okay, so you are actively like flying.
Yeah, when you free flight, you're dealing with a lot of
I
thermals.
was assuming you were pretty much just falling and just gliding.
No, because you're hitting the thermal. So, when we hit thermals, everything goes crazy.
Yeah.
They're purposely looking for thermals
To
where
go crazy.
we're trying to get on the ground going, forget all that.
You core them
I
up
would-
and you just climb altitude, glide over to the next one, climb up, and do long cross countries that way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's I don't remember who I saw. They were on a bunny hill with the paramotor wing, and they were just flying down the bunny hill and then landed at the bottom. I was like, I want to do that. Like, that looks fun, just for a little, like a goofy afternoon.
Me, actually.
What's that?
I believe that actually might have been me if it was a red glider. I posted a few of those videos.
I couldn't tell you who it was. I could just tell you I saw it and was like, oh, that looks like it'd be fun. Like, just
that would be fun. I mean, if there's very little chance you're gonna, hurt yourself.
Yeah.
yeah, because
Practice.
As you get up there in age, you start getting afraid of a few more things, right?
So Tony asked a question: Can you use a paramotor wing for free flight?
Yes, you can. They also make hybrid wings. You can cross over with. If you're in the right weight range for it, it shouldn't be an issue. You can use a free flight wing for paramotoring if it's rated properly. So I'd be flying on a Fee Sonata 22 meter.
Okay.
So what's your motor? Is it an Atom 80 or a Moster?
It's a Talon 175.
Oh, okay. So it's even bigger than that.
No, it's smaller.
It's smaller than the 185 or one? Oh, math.
Do the
It
math thing.
Numbers.
Hey, we got her on here as eye candy. You know.
Moster 185. I don't know what 65 is in my brain, but the 90, I don't know.
Yeah, so I've never even heard of that motor, but I've only heard of really, I mean,
The two that I just
well,
said.
the popular ones. I don't know if that's a newer.
Oh, the
it's-
Pellini has a lot.
It's a little older.
Okay,
That was it.
and again, I'm not trying. I never heard of it. But I know it's a 175. That's all I needed to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it, bro.
Oh,
I also had that last photo, Shane.
yes. Let's do the last photo. If you guys do not want to see gore,
Yeah, this
Close
is
your eyes.
this
do a
is
Bill H.
this is not gory.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then leave your eyes open.
Bill
Yeah,
H.
bring the kids in.
Yeah. Didn't say that.
That's got to.
Let's see, so screen there and share. All right, Shane.
I'm coming at you.
Oh, okay.
So I've
yeah,
got-
that's just.
That looks great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's remarkably. That looks good. But what? I thought it was on the other side of your head though.
That's just
Yes,
a different angle.
Book flapped it down to the other side.
Are you kidding me? The whole. Oh my
I
god!
got totally scalped.
Holy
It had taken
dang! That
Okay.
looks- how long after was this picture taken?
That was taken. I was probably fresh back from the hospital not too long. I think that was taken 4 or 5 days after.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Hey, David, do you want to share what your coworkers got you when you came back to work? Because I find it just
Absolutely.
absolutely hilarious.
No, my welcome back. A spinny propeller hat. Propeller one.
I love it, man. That's awesome.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Do you wear it?
Do you wear it?
I do wear it. Yep.
All right. All right.
He's
Yep.
got to cover up his dent.
Yeah.
Of course, I got to protect the dome.
Yeah. Don't hit your head.
I wouldn't be able to feel it anyway.
Oh, goodness.
Oh. So, any word of advice for those who are listening that you would advise them on something or not? Or words of
Started-
wisdom?
Start it on your back.
Start it on the back, or some secure way. Just don't ground start it, because you could think it won't happen to you, but sure enough, it can happen to you.
Yeah.
That you hit the nail on the head right there, and that's what I thought. So I'll be extra careful. I'll make sure. I'll take safeguard. I'll do. You just you don't know. You can't predict.
Right.
Does your brother fly also?
Yeah, does your brother fly?
My brother does not fly. He wanted to get into flying a little bit, but he never really did.
Ah, okay.
More into motorcycles and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, dude, that is just. So, what is your most memorable flight? Whether it be, how many flights do you have in with PPG?
Oh gosh, just one with PPG. I was brand new to it before I tried to ground started that second time, so only
Wow,
one
that's
there.
just-
I stopped counting with free flight. It's been 4 years. Yeah,
That's
I
just
used to log the free flight, but would go every
Sorry.
weekend and too many.
Yeah. Are you gonna try to paramotor again, or?
Absolutely. I plan on there's not too much damage on the motor. I don't figure, probably just the prop and the cage. So shouldn't
Well,
be too hard.
if you're looking for for a paramotor prop, I know a guy. You just go to justusebikes.com. They sell not only e-bikes, but they also sell paramoter stuff.
Oh wow, that's great.
It's a cross between if I'm remembering correctly, a Helix and an
E-prop.
E-prop. It's like a cross between. Nick, tell me if I'm right or wrong.
You can get both.
Oh, okay.
No, don't you have a hybrid of the two?
I do have a hybrid for sure.
And it's between the Helix and the E-prop?
Yes.
So you have a Helix, the E-prop, and the
hybrid.
And I have the Falcon.
Okay. Well, there's your guy right there.
It's a whole selection.
Oh yeah.
That'll be my purchase.
Hey, Ted, you say you live in Tennessee, but you're in Indiana now?
I live in Indiana, lived down in Tennessee for most of my flying time.
Okay, I got you.
Yep. So the flatlands prompted the paramotor, of course.
There, that's it. Because you ain't got a hill one unless it's attached to a woman.
No,
I have the dunes up in Michigan, but that's 2.5 hour drive. I could make that drive, but weather's got a super particular for that I can't be at work that day. So
beautiful flying in Ohio.
Yeah.
Just a little west of you.
Yeah, Dave's never heard of Mountain City. I'm sorry, Dave Purdon's
City.
So how far are you from Cincinnati?
I'm not entirely sure how far I am. Let me check.
Well, look
3
up
hours.
Fort Smith, Ohio, because that's where the flying's at.
It's not spelled like
Portsmouth.
it's
Portsmouth,
but it's called Fort Smith. Don't ask us.
It's in Ohio.
3
thing.
hours and 43 minutes.
All right, there you go.
3:43, a little under 4.
Better than the 15 I got.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, that's an awesome flying. You would love flying there.
Oh yeah.
It's all boondocking. If you end up going and you bring a tent or whatever, we do have hot water for showers. So if you need a shower, you're more than welcome.
Say free flight pilots don't need to shower.
Who said that?
Who said that? Oh, no, he said that. No, we didn't.
Oh. I don't think you're free flying there. You gotta go up a few hills there.
No, there's no real mountains there to free flight from.
No.
Not unless anyone's got a winch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. So have you done a lot of tows?
I have not done a lot of tows. Entirely just mountain flying, and then some dunes.
Yeah.
That bunny hill thing, I want to try that.
Yeah, the bunny hill thing's a lot of fun. It's really easy to get out a lot of reps. You just kind of kite it up, and that kind of helps you climb up the hill because it's not too tall. You can just kite it down. You can do a little foot drag or just boat around a little bit.
David, that's why you're skinny, bro. I'm fat. I need somebody to take me back up the hill. I need ride my e-bike down and come and I'll take the e-bike back up.
One of those ski lifts back up,
Oh yeah, that would be a good idea.
I'm not
walking.
I'm not sure why Tony's asking you this question. Are you married, Dave?
I am not married.
There you go, Tony.
I'm all single.
Your friend Tony.
Tony's looking.
Tony.
Sorry, Angela Presslick.
Man, golly, dude, I have so many like little oddball questions, and I
have one that I know I can't bring up like on the live show, so I'll have to wait till after.
What is that?
Oh man,
what is it? What good is that?
It's good. I promise.
Who's
you guys
it for?
appreciate it. What?
Who's the question for?
It's not. It's to see if they've seen a video of somebody flying.
Okay. Riddle me this, Batman.
Yeah, I know. You got to at least give the chat a clue so they can use their imagination.
I can tell you, Smart Car Brian, when they came over and hung out with us not too long ago, they said, "Hey, did you see this guy? I don't know.
Oh, we can talk about that.
We can? Okay.
The
talk
guy
about
that jumped from the paramotor?
Yes, go ahead.
So,
I was like scared. I don't want to offend anybody.
No, there was a guy who ended up with a riser twist while flying.
And it was a major.
He's 150. He's flying. There's nothing wrong with this wing. He's flying. But at 150 feet, he decided it's better to jump out of his paramotor.
Because he heard a sputter.
Yeah, because he heard the motor sputter. And he jumped out. It's all on.
This wasn't like alongside the beach or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. It made no sense.
Yeah, we just saw this the other day.
And then he drops from it, and then the paramotor still just
keeps on floating away.
Right. I mean, I don't know what the guy was thinking. Someone said maybe it was staged, but I don't think so. Because you couldn't
that Trevor Jacob video, and he really wanted to try it out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, apparently he's like a thrill seeker, is what it said, and so he does like the free flights and stuff like that. But I guess he decided to try paramotor, and then he got the riser twist. And you see him trying to work it out a little bit, but then he's just like unclipped and just dropped 150 feet. He broke his back, his hip.
Yeah.
He broke a whole bunch.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
He landed in the sea grapes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just saw this video. Brian showed me the video the other day, and I was like, what? Oh, FYI. So tomorrow, Brian's supposed to come over and finish up my strobe lights. So everything will be up and running, and I will do a video on it. And if you have a similar setup to what I got, you'll have strobe lights with on-off button by just pushing your button. You'll be good to go.
Pushing your button.
Pushing the button.
You know, David, do you have any videos of you like free flying?
There it is. I lost connection there for a second.
Yeah. Do you have any videos of you? You say you have some videos of you free flying. Do you have a YouTube page?
I don't have a YouTube page. I do have an Instagram. I do post a lot of free flight stuff on there primarily, and I got a story section saved with most of it.
Did you want to share any?
Absolutely. Actually, I'm not sure how I can go about sharing that. My cell phone is out of battery.
Well, I can pull it up.
Yeah, that would be good. Let's
see.
What are you doing?
What are you
Apparently,
doing?
I'm messing things up. Leave me alone.
You did. We needed a closer view of that bald head.
I know. I was like,
that was up close and personal.
He wants to let you know what you're going to be seeing at the end of August.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Okay. So, man, I don't ever use Instagram. I have an account, but wait. There we go. All right. So, where's the search for if I wanted to search for you? Oh, I see it. Okay. So, what should I search for?
The handle is david.w.ashton. See if I can log in here to let you open it.
I gotcha.
And if you hear chaos over here, we're babysitting our daughter's dogs. So we've got 4 dogs.
Yeah, they're a nightmare.
Okay, so do I have to follow you to see your stuff?
Yes, on that. I'm trying to log in here to let you follow me. My Facebook is also videos on there.
You broke up again. Your Facebook is what?
Public, and I do have there if that makes it easier.
Yes, videos on there.
I could do that.
A little bit easier.
Yeah, I'd kind of like to see. Let's see
Yeah.
here. Is it going to be David Ashton or?
Yeah, David Ashton.
Paramotor. Let's see what comes up here. And it's just David Ashton.
Yep, just David Ashton.
Oh,
Now,
yep.
did you post your pictures and your video on Facebook?
I didn't post the injury photos on my public Facebook, just in the paramotor group.
Okay.
But I do have some free flight photos of my recent trip to St. Martin on there.
I kind of want on a free flight. I got the same problem as you do, Dave. I'm in Florida, so we don't have much mountains to go here.
That's right. Yeah.
None.
We got a none.
Well, and you sure your videos are public?
Should be.
Because I click on videos and it just says David's videos, and I try to click on that.
Maybe that would be videos I have posted in the paramotor group. Have you gone to my public photo or my actual profile?
Let me look at your profile. Okay.
So, Dave, while he's doing that, you haven't been to any paramotor fly-ins, have you?
No, I have not.
And we would be interested if you'd end up making it to fly it for Gage down in Florida. And FYI, for those who are still here and listening, I have good news. The third annual Fly It for Gage is a go. The only problem is we haven't figured out a date yet. We're actually trying to do it maybe in February or the last weekend of February or the first or second week of March. We're having to wait till Monday. I was going to wait to tell you guys Tuesday, but we do have the go-ahead for Fly It for Gage 2025.
Right on, man. That's good news. Okay, so we've got your page up here.
There we are.
Will, you got 7 mutual friends.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Okay, so should I just click on videos here or what?
Yeah, it should be in videos or photos, posts. Oh,
All right, so there's David's photos, and then I click on that, and it takes me to the top of your page. It might just be a glitch.
Try clicking on posts, see if that pops anything up.
Okay. Are these pictures here? Let's see.
That one's actually out of Whitwell, Tennessee.
That's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jeff Pearson. You know Jeff Pearson?
Yes. Yeah.
Jeff's an awesome guy.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
Jeff. Yeah.
See, I'm not sure how much that's going to show there, actually.
Well, and
Oh,
it's
there
cool.
it is. Yeah. No, it's got more on there if you scroll down.
Well, I don't mean to be showing the world
It's out of St. Martin.
any of these
Yeah.
videos. That's a cool shot right there.
Yeah, that's a good picture. I don't think it'll show any videos, actually.
Yeah.
Private. It's dead,
Well,
so it's kind of hard to log in and make everything. Yeah. At a Dunlap.
All right, man.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't have too much more content public for you.
That's
No,
good.
that was just kind of a last minute thought that I had. So we expect you to.
Hey, no, I'll do that.
Okay. So, Will, why don't we give a shout out to everybody in the chat real quick? And,
Hey, everybody in the chat. What's going on?
Thanks, Will. Could have done it without you.
All right. So, Kramer. What's going on, Kramer? Tony Marzano, Angela Preslick, and Bill H is in the house. DP. What's going on, DP? Paramotor NC. Do you know him?
Yeah.
I heard of him.
Well, what's up, Ben? Paramom USA. I think she's got a
Linda.
show coming up on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. John Wayne, good to have you back, man. Scuba, what's going on? I think he's got a show on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, YouTube.
Oh, now you're doing the shows. Hey, you're knocking
Just,
it out.
just kind of throwing it out there. Sure, we'll plug. Nick J's in the house. What else we got here? Greg Laney, what's going on? Yeah, man. He come on over. There's room for one more here. He said he was sorry he wasn't going to be able to come to the fly-in here. Make sure I didn't miss anyone.
Did you say Kramer? Because I heard she said, "Hooray, Flight Brigade 2025."
Kramer, the very first thing.
First name was
Well, I
Kramer.
was just pointing out. She said it's in her planner. Doesn't mean she's coming. It's just in her planner.
Oh my God, we'd love to have Kramer there.
Wait,
Munchkin,
where? Here?
no, Flight Brigade.
It's Flight Brigade.
Oh.
Well,
Munchkin.
yeah, I'd love to have her there, but I'm not there, so it doesn't count.
Yep. Craig B, what's going on, Australia? Yeah. Who else? I think oh man, Daddy Dutch Barbecue. What's going on?
Oh, Daddy Dutch.
Yeah. And I'm sorry if I neglected the chat just a little bit. It's just this is a fascinating topic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a really important topic.
Yes.
So-
Yeah, we got Trumpet Master 77 Barbecue in here and Munchkin as well. She just she's accounted for, president counted for.
Let's see. 5:55. What's going on, man?
Y'all want to see the current progress on the healing? I'll give you all a little look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't want to ask.
Oh, no, absolutely.
Hold on, turn again and let me see.
Hold on.
Yes. That's that side up there. All
Nice.
up here.
You froze, David.
Yeah, you froze on your black
Back
hole.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Dave, you froze a little bit there. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Now we froze a little bit.
Yeah, I mean your hair's growing back.
On the side.
Yeah.
No scalp there.
Yeah.
Up on the top, just kind of around, and then some on the back.
Man, I am so glad you're okay. Really. And you just you
Appreciate
just you take it. You're taking it. It's just like
Holy cow.
Hey, Trumpet Master, if you go back to the beginning of the show, about 15 minutes in, you'll see what happened. Good luck.
Keith Gray. I didn't say Keith Gray. What's going on, man?
Oh yeah, Keith and Kat.
Yes. Which I texted him last night. He never texted me back, so I just want to let him know that I noticed that he didn't notice me. All right, guys, let's get out of here. Will, all right. So, David Ashton, your private social media. I mean, your public social media. Where can we find you at, sir?
So Facebook, David Ashton, Instagram, david.w.ashton. You can follow me. I'll accept the request. Doesn't matter who it is. I just keep it private.
And then Nick J, where can we find you at, sir?
JustUsEbikes.com for e-bikes, paramotor parts, props, strobes, or Life with Nick J on YouTube.
And Mr. Will Fly, where can we find you other than Mountain City, enjoying your time there?
Yeah, 8th Annual Moonshiners. So you can find me on YouTube, search for Will Fly, or online at willflyppg.com. And if you live in the Southeast USA, join our paramotor group, Southeast Paramotors, on Facebook.
All right, you guys can find me here at Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane, or on TikTok at pbgshane.com. Krista doesn't do social media, so we don't ask her.
Munchkin. Sorry, Shane. Hey, Munchkin. Forgot Munchkin.
He did say Munchkin.
I said Munchkin a bunch of times.
Okay.
All right, guys. Dave, if you hold on real quick, we'll finish the show up here, and we'll do a little after show, because apparently Krista.
Alrighty.
Oh no, you.
I don't. I
Okay.
was saving what I thought was.
I'm going to tell you something very important.
I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 No filter, I got no filter.
Y'all want to ride some of the coolest bikes around? Just Us e-bikes. Check out these cool, fast beach cruisers. We've got many styles, colors, sizes, men's, women's, you name it, we got it. The best looking bikes around. Check us out, justusebikes.com.
I think we're still live. It hasn't